Hi, everyone. It's me checking in with all you wonderful people out there who's been traveling with me as I am on the journey to face the things that I fear the most and to share my journey and just anything else that's been going on with me. So, I decided while I was sitting here on the couch watching a awesome movie. Shameless plug right here. Race, the Jesse Owens story. Shameless plug. It's a really, really good movie. I enjoyed that. But it also made me think that number one, I didn't share my video. Number two, what I was going to talk about today. So, what I want to discuss is something that I may or may not have gone over earlier in another video, but it's still relevant. It's just still where I am and me documenting where I am on this journey. So if you heard it before, then I guess I'm still dealing with it, or I'm still thinking about it. Being silent, being quiet. Like, I've noticed in the last couple of days that I've guarded the things that I want to say. I've guarded how often I've been talking, not participating in meaningless conversation, making every time I open up my mouth to say something, making it of value or making it worth it. And I don't mean when we send messages over social media or we send messages through text messaging. I pretty much still continue to do that. It's just the verbalizing. I've noticed that I'm in a season or I'm in a moment in time right now where I don't want to talk too much. I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm sorry, moving the camera. I'm like really cold right here. I don't consider myself a very talkative person unless I know someone or I'm very, very comfortable with them. Then it's nonstop talking. But for the most part, it's always I'm either laughing or pretty much observing. And I've been home this week, and I've noticed that in being home, I've done a lot less talking. I've done a lot less calling. It's just verbally speaking, I've done very little of. And by profession, right now I'm a teacher. And so, of course, 90% of my job is speaking, is talking, is explaining. And we're still a couple weeks out before school actually starts. I'm just noticing that I'm preserving my voice. I'm preserving what I have to say to the point that I want to hear. And when I choose my words, I need to choose them wisely. And that's so important because I think we allow words to fly out of our mouth without thinking about the consequence. And we'll blame it on anger, we'll blame it on situations. And the last couple of weeks, I've been in a place where I've been held accountable to what flies out of my mouth and how do I say it and when do I say it and the intention behind saying it. So the last 24 hours, so to speak, I've probably engaged in one or two conversations. But besides that, I've kept my words to a minimum so I can hear. It's kind of like when you're in an argument with someone and you're both arguing, you're both yelling out things, and in the heat of that argument, you maybe catch one or two words, but you're trying to defend yourself so fast that you're only catching one or two words. And so in the heat of all of that, you miss some things that are said or not said. And so where I am right now is I feel like I need to be quiet. And that's scary to me and how it relates to where I am in this process with facing my fears is because growing up, I felt like it took me a longer time. This better way. I think it took a better way of saying it. It took me a longer time to find my voice. And so when you want me to not use it or to not speak, that's scary to me because it's it can be misinterpreted. It can mean to me, just be quiet. You don't have anything of value to say. The immature thought of that, but the more mature mindset is you say more when you say less. And so one of my challenges is finding a balance between knowing that in my silence, I don't lose my power. I don't lose my voice. In my silence, I listen and I learn. And that's okay. And I often have had problems with quietness because a quiet room with this race in mind is like torture. It's like I got to be doing something. I have to have music on. I got to be up moving around. Like every moment of the day needs to account for something. It needs to be productive. It needs to be worth it. And if it's not, I feel like I have not made very good use of my time, whether it's leisure, whether it's just having fun. It's like I got to make every moment count because the silence is so loud that it's scary sometimes. And so with that mindset and me finding my voice, I feared being quiet and just listening by myself. That's not the same when I'm in a group full of people or I'm out, I don't have a problem being quiet and just listening because I become like super observant. I'm talking about those times when I'm by myself and I'm sitting by myself and I'm thinking by myself and I'm at home by myself and I don't have to have a television on and I don't have to have a ceiling fan on. I don't need things to feel that quiet noise. That's scary because I have trained myself to always feel that quiet noise, ceiling fan, or something else, because maybe I fear the dead of silence. So my challenge this week is to continue pressing forward, to continue taking those moments of silence and enjoying them, because I feel like in the silence, I can then compartmentalize some thoughts and it's not going to stop me from moving forward. Like sometimes you're just as productive when you're at a standstill as you are when you're racing to that very next stop sign, when you're racing to that very next destination. And to me, I felt like if I wasn't actively moving, no progress was being made. Sometimes standing still and allowing things to happen around is still progress being made. If I've done my part, I don't have to go double check on everyone else's part. If I've done my part and I'm finished, I don't need a meaningless task. I don't need another meaningless thing to make me feel as though I'm being any more productive. So I'm embracing the silence.